Peace and riches blessings. I am Michael B. Beckwith, the host of Take Back Your Mind. Peace and riches blessings, and welcome to the life question of the week. The response to the life question of the week was so overwhelming that we decided to make it its own segment. It will drop every Friday. So today, our Queena from Washington, D.C. asked this. I've noticed that when I start to engage my spiritual practices, I feel like I'm starting to go backward. Meaning that old stuff that I thought was healed starts to creep back up again. I know this is a part of the growth process, but honestly, I just want to give up sometimes. Why do I feel worse when I start to engage in my spiritual practices? Aquina, you are asking a very beautiful question, a necessary question, because what happens is we start to purify through spiritual practice, whether that be life visioning, whether that be the sacred art of meditation, scientific affirmative prayer, even yoga, even qigong, even tai chi. Any spiritual practice is going to dredge up the coagulated thought forms that have become emotions in order to be cleared and to be released. So whenever you stop and start, whenever you stop and then you start your spiritual practice again, you pick up that process and begin to release again. Now, here's an interesting fun fact, that we all have a sense of separation. It may have occurred through some trauma, some tragedy, some loss, some calamity that happened in our life, or some way that we've been taught in our family of origin about life. And there's a schism, a sense of separation that, of course, is the precursor to all of the ills and issues that we have in our life, is a false sense of separation from the divine. But when we start to grow, even if we are a veteran and we've done a lot of deep cleansing, a lot of deep work, we've had tremendous insights and revelations into the nature of reality and who and what we really are, whenever we're on a growth pattern, it feels often like we've gone backwards. We're not really going backwards. That's just that place within us where that sense of separation is. And whenever we're growing through something, it seems to activate that space. Many times you're not going backward. You're just clearing out more and more refined stuff. So in the beginning, you're clearing out things that are very gross. Later on, it's refined, but it feels gross because you're cleaner. In other words, if you have a real dirty pair of clothes and you wash it, you get all of that gross material out. But you might notice a few spots that you didn't get out. But where does your attention go? It goes to those little spots. Even though 95% of the clothes may be clean, your mind goes through those little spots that haven't been cleaned. When we're growing, developing, and unfolding, in our beginning practices, we're cleaning out a lot of gross material. And then later on, we're more refined. The stuff we're cleaning out is more subtle, but it feels gross. You're not going backwards. You're just doing some deeper cleaning. So what you want to do is not stop and start. You want to develop a way of life that encompasses your spiritual practice. In the beginning, you're trying to find the space in your life to fit spiritual practice. As you mature, your life revolves around your spiritual practice. You don't leave home without it. Have a beautiful day. I hope that helps. Hey, thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to ask a question, please email me at podcast@michaelbeckwith.com. And you know what? Your question just might be featured. Have a beautiful and bright day.